Good evening. I am Sam Nester, a Fulbright alumnus from Australia to the United States. The Fulbright program provided me the opportunity to learn from some of the most accomplished trumpet players and musical minds in New York City. The experience accelerated my development as a musician and set me on a path of performing for audiences around the world. As I began my Fulbright, I knew that this period of musical study would change my life. What I did not expect, though, was that I would be equally shaped by another benefit of my exchange: my exposure to broad thinkers in other fields. Until my move to New York, I had lived a somewhat cloistered life, focused on music history, music theory, and performance. Through Fulbright, my mind was opened to an expansive world of research, public service, and discovery. My relationships with other scholars connected me to deeper, larger humanitarian ideas. The experience stretched my thinking about how I could use my passion for the trumpet to make an impact beyond the world of music. Since my time with Fulbright, I've explored how music can change the way we interact with the natural environment. I've designed sound and light installations that respond to the biorhythms of plants, giving us a way to listen to, visualize, and interact with the natural world around us. In my project, Back of Beyond, which I conceived during my Fulbright studies, I recorded oral histories of people living in remote communities, from deep in the Australian outback to 320 miles north of the Arctic Circle in the northernmost communities of the USA. I then paired these oral histories with music and video to create an audio-visual project revealing lessons about climate change, Indigenous rights, and existence across physical and psychological distances. The performance I prepared for this evening combines elements of both projects. I developed it during a month-long residency on Bruny Island, Australia, so it is appropriately titled Bruny. My trumpet playing will join the sounds of bells, crotales, biodata recordings from native plants on the island, nature field recordings, and the oral history of an Indigenous artist, a long-time resident of the island. As he discusses the internal difficulties he faced leaving the comfort of the island to study at university, you will see footage of Bruny's natural environment. My goal for the project is to impart messages about perspective, privilege, and place.
When I left Bruny to go to university, to break and push myself through that uncomfortable place you didn't want to be at. You have to get through your comfort zone and push through that. I found it very uncomfortable to be in the city and university and in a way being controlled, in a way. That I have got to that stage where you can go that deep in your head that you think the world's going to come to an end. I have been there in thinking that the world is going to come to an end. and you can lock yourself from the world on Bruny. Just let that part of the world go. We're not very well educated because we did a lot of travelling. We didn't know what school was about. We didn't really want to know what school was about, so we just travelled. But you'll find that most people who haven't got a high education are multi-tool because that's the way they converse. Before I was 21, I'd done fishing boats, I'd done foundry work, I've been in milling wheat, brick builder, carpenter, fisherman. It's the freedom.